Namaste and good morning. This is a sweet, gentle, short practice to help open your spine in the morning. This is for anyone and everyone, especially if you're waking up stiff today. So you might want a pillow or a blanket. Other than that, please come to your mat and find yourself in child's pose, where the knees are open wide, the big toes are going to touch one another. Take the arms out in front of you and start to lower down, hips towards the heels. If this is uncomfortable in your body, you can put a pillow behind your legs to let your hips rest upon. And then let your foot and start to hear the sound. Simple. Coming back to the most simple form of human experience, pausing and listening to your breath. Being aware that the knees are wide enough that the belly can expand and contract between the thighs. The low back has balloons in the low back here, and as you inhale, feel like the balloons are inflating. And just give yourself about 3 more breaths here, just landing onto your mat. Feeling the diaphragm breathing, feeling the ribs opening up out to the sides. And just setting an intention for all of us to heal our bodies and to become more present this morning. Allowing that to ripple out into the joys and the loves that we experience in life. Take a deep inhale in, deep out, and draw your hands to your knees. Come up onto your shins, take your arms out wide, open the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through the center line of the body. Taking the hands down onto the floor in front of you and bring your knees back in so your knees and your shins are parallel to one another. Coming into cat and cow. So as you inhale, chest comes forward, tailbone lifts up to the sky. Exhale, draw your belly up. Start to round your spine like a Halloween cat, puffing up your back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, belly draws up, round the spine, curl it in. Exhaling it out. Coming back. Hands over to the right side of your mat, so they're going to come onto the floor, the ground. Take your left hand, reach it out a little farther. Let your hips come back to your heels and take your right forearm underneath your forehead. Maybe your forehead touches the arm. Maybe it's lifted. Walk the left fingertips out and away. Let the left hip reach back a little bit farther, opening the intercostal muscles. These are all the muscles between the ribs. By creating space here, it allows for us to take those full diaphragmatic breaths. One more breath here. Walk the left fingertips out a little farther. And then inhale, bring yourself up to center. Walk the hands back through the midline. Take the hands over to the left side of your mat. Take that right hand out a little farther. Bend that left elbow. Let the forehead come down onto your arm. Walk the right back to your heels. And you might find a little movement in your pelvis. Like maybe your hips have a micro movement from side to side, or slightly moving in and out like a little bit of a cat and cow sensation. Take another breath, breathe, and walk the right fingertips out a little farther. Great, and then as you inhale, bring yourself back up to center. Hands are going to come onto the mat, and this time we're coming into barrel rolls. It's like your torso is inside a barrel. Let the ribs move over to the right, come up to the sky, over to the left and down. So the center of the barrel is always the widest. So you're moving around as if the center of the ribs are leading the movement. Let your head and your hips now start to just express however they feel. Go the opposite direction, moving through the spine. Just these nice ripples through the body. And them and come back to a neutral position. Take your left foot out 45 degrees. It's going to be a little kickstand. Take your right leg straight back. Left hand is on the center of your mat and the right arm reaches up to the sky. And we're going to come into a big circle with this right arm, just kind of opening up the shoulder joint. And you'll start to feel that full expression we've created in our side body. Extend it out. Now take your hand behind your head so you can literally round and then let your chest gently rotate up to the sky. Take that right leg up off the floor for a little strength. If you're not feeling that, leave the toes on the ground. And then extend your arms straight out. Exhale, bring the elbow and the knee in to touch. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, open. Last one. Or you could have your foot on the floor. Stretch. Release the foot to the ground. Hand comes back behind the head. Rotate the chest to the sky. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Shins come to the floor. Knees are side wide. Press into the knuckles of your thumb and your pointer finger. Curl the toes under and lift your hips up to the sky. Come into downward dog. Bend your knees. You might notice your right side's a little more open than the left. We'll get to the left. Good. Just walk a little space in your hips. And then pause the floor. And then down to the ground. 2 cat and cow. Exhale, belly draws up, round the spine. 1 more. Come back to neutral. Take the right foot out 45 degrees. Left leg straight back. Right hand in the center of the mat. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. We're going to do a big circle with this left arm. As you inhale, the arm will reach forward and up. So it's almost like you're really stretching completely out of that whole side of your body. And then take your hand, press into your hand, turn the chest up to the sky. Nice opening here. So you're stretch, or we're going to take our left leg up. Extend the left elbow in to touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, open. Exhale. So we're waking up a little bit of the core as well. Foot to the floor, hand behind the head. Open your chest up to the ceiling. And then exhale, release that left hand down to the floor. Spread the fingers out wide. 2 cat and cow. Rinsing this out. Hopefully each time there's a little more space all through the vertebra, all through the muscles in the back body. Come back. Up, downward dog. Your hips to the sky. Up and back. Good. And then over your mat. If you don't use a generous bend here. And then start to walk your hands back to your feet. And you're going to wiggle the eyes so that the spine is nice and long. Shake your head out. So give the head a little shake so the neck can start to release here. You might feel the sacrum, right? So it's pulling the fascia all the way down through the back body. Good. Now, elbows, let the weight of your elbows get heavy down to the floor. Kind of guys, get a little support here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then take your hands to your hips. Bring yourself up to standing, pushing the feet to the ground. And when you come up to standing, bring the hands behind your back. Draw the arms back. Open up your chest. Lots of nature around.
dogs and geese. Take the arms back. Nice and bright, like you're letting the chest receive the morning sunlight today. And then exhale and release your arms. Good. Give the arms a little shake, and you're going to come into a stance that feels comfortable in your body. So the feet are about hip width apart. You're just going to sway the arms from side to side to give your spine a little bit of movement here. Notice if you're trying to control the movement. Let the arms get light. Light as feathers. Yes. Let the arms move around here. Have a little bit of fun with it. Great. And then we'll slowly come back to center, giving our spine this opportunity to receive all that we've done so far. Now take the shoulders up to the ears, roll them down the back. So big shoulder rolls here, 3 of them. Great, one more big shoulder roll. Good, and then bring your feet a little bit closer so they're underneath your hips. Take your arms to the sides, knees are bent as the arms come up, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend your knees, fold it down. Your belly is going to come down to your thighs. Head down towards the floor, let your spine release. Start to straighten, come onto your shins, let your chest come forward. Exhale, fold back down, bend your knees. Press your arms out wide and up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through center. Take your feet out one step wider. Release the arms. Inhale, wide and up. And then as you exhale, bend your knees. Take your hands to the outside of your left foot. So you're placing a platter of rose petals to the floor. Hands glide over to the right foot. Press the feet to the floor and come back. Body is what is lifting. You're arcing as you come down. Press the feet to the floor. And just moving as you breathe. We're going to pause and go the left. Press up. Exhale, bend the knees. Hands are going to come to the right. Let them glide and back. One more. And then come down to the side body. Take a nice roll of your shoulders here. Excellent. Bring your feet together. Take your hands to your heart center. Arms down. Now if you have 2 blocks and you're a little bit tighter, bring them up to the front of your mat. I'm on vacation, so I don't have blocks today, but I will talk you through it. So release the arms. Inhale, take them wide and up. Open your arms and fold for. Bend your knees. If you feel ready for it, you could straighten your legs, but please honor your body. Inhale, up your chest. Exhale, take your right leg back. We're going to come into a high lunge. So you want to make sure the left knee is over top of your ankle. Hands on blocks is ideal here if your hips are tight at all. Shoulder blades down the back, like the base of the shoulder blade is reaching towards your back pockets. Inhale, take the chest forward. Exhale, start to lift up your hips and round in over top of that leg towards straight. But we're just going in that direction. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, hips are going to lift. Curl it in. 2 more. Having your hands on blocks gives you a lot more space to work with. You could logs around. You could use logs or soup cans or water bottles. Come back. Right knee down to the floor. Uncurl the toes. Bring the hands onto that left thigh. Let your hips come forward. You could keep your hands on your leg. It feels really supportive. To swing the arms forward and up, hooking the thumbs over top of your head and letting the arms track back and letting your chest open for 2 breaths here. Exhale, hands down to the floor. We're going to lift that right knee up. Take that left leg back. Come into your downward dog. Spread the fingers wide. Push into the floor. Deep inhale in. Deep exhale. Good. Feet. Give your knees a bend. Let your head get heavy. Each time we get into another layer, letting the spine release, giving the neck an opportunity to know what it feels like to be tension-free, so we don't have to hold the head up. Feet press to the floor, up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through the heart center. Stepping up at the front of your mat, using the blocks if that feels best to you. We're going to exhale, take the arms down to the sides. Inhale, reach wide and up. Open the arms, hinge forward. Uttanasana. Your legs could be straight. If that hurts the back, please bend your knees. Exhale, left leg back. Come into your high lunge here. Shoulders are away from your ears. Legs are strong. Inhale, chest comes slightly forward. Exhale, hips lift, round it in. Good. So if this feels really tight, a little more space, please place your hands on blocks or something, books. Again, inhale. Exhale, let the breath guide the movement in your body. Come back down to the floor, uncurl the toes. Take the hands onto the front of your right thigh. If this hurts your left knee, please put a pillow under your leg or a blanket, something that'll help you feel more cushion. Hips are going to track forward, shoulders down, away from your ears. You could stay right here. If you want to go farther, arms are going to sweep up to the sky. Hook your thumbs. Let the arms draw back and let your chest lift. 2 breaths. Exhale, hands to the floor. Curl the left toes under, lift that knee up, come into your downward dog, walk it out. And we've got one more pose. And we'll bring it back down to the floor. So take an inhale as you off the mat this time. Hands come onto the shins. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Feet press the floor up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through center line. Release the arms. Inhale, wide and up. Open the arms. You can bend the knees if you're in protection of your low back, right? Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, take your right leg back. You can bring your knee to the floor. Take the left hand onto your hip. Right elbow outside that left knee. So you're going to get the belly over top of the thigh. You always start twisting from the base of the spine. Palms are going to come together. Lengthen the ribs. Turn your heart to your hands. Push the hands into each other. Extend your side body. Take another breath. Lengthen. Let your heart turn to the left. If you want a little more challenge, you can bring that right knee up off the floor and get really strong in your legs. Take another couple deep breaths, lengthen, turn the chest. So you could have the leg lifted or you could have the knee on the floor, whatever feels more appropriate to your body. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the ground. Good. We're going to transition into downward dog. Walk it out. Exhale. Your back. Elbows stay by your ribs. You can bring the knees down if you like. Inhale, chest is going to come through into cobra, shoulders draw back. Exhale, chest comes back down to the floor. Curl the toes under, lift up, downward dog. Inhale. The hands, easier said than done. Take your time getting it there. Good. Take the right hand onto your hip. And you're going to take the left elbow outside that right knee. Belly's going to come over your thighs. So you're always working with the low spine. Palms touch. Lengthen your side body and let your heart turn to your hands here, coming into a nice spinal twist. So you're welcome to stay right here. If you want a little more challenge, curl the back toes under. Lift the knee up off the floor. And breathe. So each inhale, the spine lengthens. Each exhale, we twist a little bit farther. Keep smiling. Keep breathing. You've got this. We're wringing out the spine. Exhale, hands to the floor. Come into downward dog. You're forward to your plank. You can bring your knees to the floor first. Inhale, chest scoops forward. Shoulders draw back, heart opens. Exhale, chest down to the floor. Inhale, hands and knees. And exhale, back into your child's pose, this place in which we started. Just taking a deep breath, noticing your belly expanding between the thighs. The ribs opening to the sides, the low back inflating to the ceiling. Feeling this alive and open energy in your diaphragm. More freedom in the spine. Hands come back to your knees, come up onto your shins, take the arms out wide and up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through center, coming into our last pose today. So you'll come off the feet and come down onto your back. Great. Then bring your legs into your chest and give yourself a little squeeze here. Just drawing those legs in. Let your shoulders get heavy to the floor. And then keep your knees stacked on top of each other. Take both knees over to the left. Take the right arm out and come into a spinal twist. If this feels uncomfortable on your low back or you have wider hips, you might want to put a pillow between your knees, and that'll keep your legs level with each other. Take another breath. Let your right shoulder get heavy. Let your legs get heavy. And each breath you take, you're just feeling the bones getting a little heavier to the ground. Giving your body the energy of release, letting go. Each exhale, can you let go a little more? One more breath. And then inhale, legs to center. Exhale, knees to the right. Take your left arm out, shoulder blade tucks under. Gaze to the left. Let the shoulder release to the floor. Soften your face, your jaw. And breathe here fully in your belly. Let your eyes relax. Let your jaw relax. This is wringing out any toxins in the body, in particular in the organs. And giving the spine a full letting go. Inhale back to center. Grab your knees and do a big circle with your knees, touching these pressure points all around your sacrum. And go the opposite direction. And then coming into a short Shavasana today, you can put pillows or blocks underneath your knees if you're feeling some low back pain. That always helps, just to kind of lift the knees. Arms come out to the sides, and now tuck your shoulder blades in so they're flat on the floor and the chest is open. Give yourself the gift of being. Letting the body unravel whatever is meant to release right now. Settling into your calm for 5 full breaths. And if you have the time and you'd like to stay longer, you can pause the video and stay here. Otherwise, start to let your attention come into your breath, simply feeling the body breathing. Where do you expand? What does the breath sound like? How do you feel? And take a deep breath in. Audible sound out as you exhale. And taking the arms up over top of the head, taking a full stretch from fingertip to toe, lengthening out the entire body. And then bend your knees, roll over to your right side. Take a moment on your right side and let the left hand press into the floor as you bring yourself up to sitting. To seal our practice together, you could sit on a pillow or a blanket if that's appropriate for you. And just sitting here, letting the shoulders release, feeling the integrity of your spine. Taking the arms to the sides, inhale, reach wide and up. Exhale, hands down through the heart center. And really taking this moment to give thanks for your body. Give thanks for all the beautiful things in your life. Reminding ourselves when things get challenging, there is still so much to be grateful for. So much to be grateful for. What are you grateful for in this moment? There might be many things flashing by. Pick one. See it, feel it. And letting this energy of gratitude support you through your day today. Many blessings to you today and always. Namaste. Thank you so much. If you'd like to see any more of my offerings, you can look on emilyweir.com. And I look forward to practicing with you again sometime.